Good afternoon. My name is Kendra White, and I'm the Senior Manager of Community Relations for UPMC for Life. We're so glad that you've joined us today for our Staying in Touch series, Episode 10, on National Senior Health and Fitness Day. The Staying in Touch series was designed with you in mind. We're here to help you stay connected and informed during this challenging time. We're so excited you've taken the time out of your day to join us to hear from some of our experts in the fields of preventive medicine, mental and physical health, and other specialties about how to stay healthy, manage stress, be active, and connect with your community, all from the comfort of your home. Our program will last for about 30 to 45 minutes today. And before I introduce today's presenters, I want to start with a quick poll question for our audience of listeners. Today's poll is if you press 1 for yes and 2 for no on your phone. The question I'd like to know: I am aware of the programs and services available through SilverSneakers. Press 1 for yes or 2 for no. I am aware of the programs and services available through the SilverSneakers program. 1 for yes and 2 for no. And if you're joining us online, there is an option there to vote accordingly with a new poll that has become available. I'd also like our audience to know if at any time you would like to ask a question for our presenter, you can press star 3 on your telephone keypad to be connected with someone from our team who will take your question and share it with us today. If you're joining via the online forum and you decide to type a question in the box, please provide us with your name and an email address or phone number where we can get back to you, as that information is not provided automatically. If we do not get to answer your question on the live call today, we will be given a log of the questions or comments after the call, and that will enable our team of professionals to follow up with you directly. Typically around 24 hours to 48 hours, we're getting back to everyone. If you have questions that are specific to the COVID-19 virus, we ask that you visit our website dedicated to that. It's www.upmchealthplan.com/COVID-19. Again, that's star 3 if you're joining today via the phone and you have any questions or comments. We also welcome any ideas that you may have for future topics. So if you haven't thought or an idea of a presentation that you'd like to hear, you can certainly let our screeners know that as well. So if you're joining online, please provide us with your name and phone, and we can certainly return the calls and questions if we don't get to them today. So today's presentation is going to be we have 2 presenters in addition to myself. And we have Jen Macharsky, who is with us from the SilverSneakers program. She has been with Tivity Health as an account executive, and Tivity Health is what the SilverSneakers program is run by. She has been with them for over 12 years. She came in from the YMCA world in Eastern PA, where they had SilverSneakers at her Y. The SilverSneakers members quickly became Jen's favorites, so when a position became available at SilverSneakers, she jumped at the opportunity. And also joining me is Shannon Miller, who is with our Resources for Life program as a program manager. She has been with the health plan since 2016, and her background is in social work and gerontology, so you're going to hear from both of them today. So today we're going to be talking about National Senior Health and Fitness Day. What is SilverSneakers? SilverSneakers and your health, SilverSneakers digital experiences, SilverSneakers tuition rewards program, our Resources for Life program, and then we'll give you a chance to have some of your questions answered. So, National Senior Health and Fitness Day. This is, if you've ever attended one of our events, it is our signature event with UPMC for Life. We're, of course, very disappointed to not be able to see all of you in person tomorrow. It's always the last Wednesday of May every year. And UPMC for Life is proud to be the Pennsylvania state sponsor of this event for the 13th year in a row. And I can proudly say I've been involved with all of those events as I've been here for that long and then some. So it's exciting. It's an exciting event for all of us. So we didn't want to let it go unnoticed. And so today we're going to talk about all the ways that you can stay active and, right at home or even outside, because as you're Western Pennsylvania or even across the state, the weather has definitely been cooperating with us to get out and be active. National Senior Health and Fitness Day is focused on helping older Americans stay healthy and active, and it is the largest annual event for older adults in the United States. There is, this is a national organization that promotes this, so they're talking about different ways that you can stay connected throughout the country. And also, I want to mention, this doesn't mean we aren't going to try to do something later in the year. We're just taking all of the precautions and recommendations that we get as we go with the flow on when we can be back out into our communities and together again. In honor of National Senior Health and Fitness Day, here's some easy ways that you can get moving and stay active today or anytime. Go for a walk outside. Definitely the last few days and the days looking forward makes the weather is definitely appropriate for that. Work in the garden. Exercise with resistance bands or hand weights. Dance to your favorite music, one of my favorites. And also check out your SilverSneakers fitness benefits. And if you haven't heard or checked out SilverSneakers before, there's so many different options that you can participate in as a member or even in the community at large. And so we have Jen, as I mentioned before, from SilverSneakers program. She's here to tell us more about all of this. And also one quick reminder, if you have a question you'd like to ask our team, you can press *3 on your telephone keypad to be connected with someone live that will take your question. And without further ado, welcome, Jen. I'm so thrilled that you could join us today. Unfortunately, we couldn't be together in person like we normally are on this day, but we're glad that you're here to tell everyone about all the wonderful things that they can do through SilverSneakers programs.
Thank you, Kendra, and hi, everyone. My name is Jen, as Kendra stated before, and I do work for the SilverSneakers fitness program. So just as Kendra stated, definitely wish we could be in person as we have been in years past to be able to answer your questions in person and talk with you about your experiences. But so happy that something was able to be done during this time so that we don't miss this really important day and event. So my goal today is to leave each and every one of you hopefully with just a little bit more information about all that SilverSneakers has to offer for you. For those of you who have already been participating in the SilverSneakers program prior to the pandemic, I hope that you walk away with some more information. For those of you who maybe been hesitant to give it a try, hopefully, again, there's some information that you can walk away with feeling a little more comfortable. And for those of you who maybe don't know what SilverSneakers is yet, hopefully you leave with a lot of new information today. So I think traditionally when people think about SilverSneakers, they say, oh, it's just a gym benefit. I don't get it. I don't have to pay for it. My health plan pays for it, or I get it through my plan, and that's about it. Well, I guess very simply put, that's part of it. But a little more information about the traditional benefits, again, prior to the pandemic. As a SilverSneakers member through UPMC for Life, you do have access to over 17,000 gym locations throughout the entire country. We're in every single state, and the benefit for SilverSneakers travels with you. So that could be done locally where you live. Again, once gyms are open, you can sign up at one gym, come and go as you please, take advantage of whatever amenities and classes they have as part of SilverSneakers. And then maybe there's a gym a little farther away from your home that has some extra bells and whistles that you're looking for, a sauna, some additional classes, whatever it may be. You can also be a member at that location. And again, it does travel with you. So if you're someone who traditionally goes away for the winter or stays with family during the year out of your area, you can also take advantage of signing up at those gyms wherever you are throughout the entire country. So you can really experience a little bit of everything through having that benefit through SilverSneakers. Another thing that is part of that traditional in the gym benefit is, you have access to all of the amenities that come as part of their standard membership. So, cardio equipment, weights, classes, you have access to all of that just as any other member at that facility does. In addition, many of our locations have our signature SilverSneakers classes. So under that, you have a wide scope of classes that you could have access to. Our legacy or traditional signature SilverSneakers classes do generally have a chair provided, so you can sit and stand throughout those classes. Really, that's great for a lot of folks who are just starting out or just want to be extra cautious in their workout. And again, those instructors will have you sit and stand throughout those classes. You'll have hand weights, resistance bands, SilverSneakers ball, and maybe some other equipment that gets incorporated to that class. We also have a yoga class that is very different than most yoga classes. I think when most people think of a yoga class, they think of getting down on the floor on a mat, and some of you may be thinking, there's no way that I can do something like that, nor would you maybe be interested. So we have a chair yoga called Yoga Stretch, which is amazing. Again, done seated or standing, and yoga has so many benefits for you. So that's another class that you would have access to. But there's a wide variety of classes that you have in addition to that membership. So again, once gyms reopen, want to kind of just go through the process of how you go up and sign up for that SilverSneakers benefit. So if you do have SilverSneakers through your health plan, you will get a mailer with a card, a little 16-digit ID, and all you need to do, and if you don't get that, you can also call our customer service team or go on SilverSneakers.com to get that number. Once you have that number, you can go into any of our locations nationwide, give them that ID number, and they'll have you sign up for a membership when you first visit, and then you are free to come and go as you please, taking advantage of whatever amenities that you'd like. After that first visit, again, you can come and go as you please. You can try out another location, like I said, and bring that 16-digit ID number, sign up at that location, and just like that first location, you're a member there, free to come and go as you please. To find out about our locations, you can go on SilverSneakers.com or call our customer service team, and they can help access the right location for you based upon where you live. Something that has really become really popular, obviously, during this time as everyone's been at home, are some of our digital resources. And I'm going to get into that in just a little bit, a little more in depth. But we do have our on-demand fitness classes. We have live classes that we've been doing on Facebook. We've been doing that for about 2 months plus now, and those have been really, really successful. We also have SilverSneakers live classes on our website, which will include some of our traditional educational workshops that we used to do in the community. Obviously not being able to do that now, we're looking to do them online while people are looking for ways to stay healthy and engaged. So I think everyone probably knows physical activity, especially during a time such as this, is so incredibly important to keeping us healthy and safe and happy too, right? So SilverSneakers has been around for 26 years, and we've had the opportunity during this time to really dig in with our members and ask questions and find out about health of the members, especially once they participate. So here's just some information that we've learned. Have a lot more, but wanted to just stick to a couple of bullet points here. But we've been proven to help members' physical and mental health. Our participants are less likely to be hospitalized, especially those with diabetes and other chronic conditions. And 2, the risk of depression reduces after 1 year of participating in SilverSneakers. For those of you who have participated at our locations, I'm sure you're fully aware of that social engagement that you experience in addition to that physical experience. Our members become family, friends, they hold each other accountable, there's social activities that go on at the gym, and so it really does have a really positive impact on mental health and depression as well. So moving on a little bit more about our digital resources. So while everyone is at home, we really wanted the opportunity to continue to engage members. We know it's so easy to get off of that regularity of going to the gym and doing your fitness workouts and going on walks and working on your cardio. So fortunately, we already had our SilverSneakers.com on-demand video library. And so if you are a SilverSneakers member, you have full access to SilverSneakers.com. You just type in that web address and whatever URL you want to use, or what browser you want to use, and you'll see a place right at the top of the page to join. You'll fill in a few pieces of information to confirm your eligibility. You can create an online account, and once you do that, you have full access to SilverSneakers.com. We have health and fitness blogs and articles, which are really, really great. And that's actually open to the generic overall population. So even if you don't have SilverSneakers, you have access to our articles and blogs. There's videos on there. There's articles all about health, nutrition, overall wellness, really great resources. You can also sign up for SilverSneakers newsletter. Again, that's whether you have SilverSneakers or not. And then for SilverSneakers members, like I said, when you create that account, you can find meal plans, workouts, our on-demand library. So there's more than 10 different workout categories. So be it cardio, dance, yoga, all different types of activities. And then there's over 200 different workouts that you have available to you. And these workouts will range from 4 minutes to almost 45 plus minute classes. So if you just kind of want to check it out, you can watch a short video and you want to work your way up to that 45-minute class. If you're not familiar yet with being in a class for 45 plus minutes, I think that's a great opportunity. So SilverSneakers.com, great resource for you to stay engaged and active at home. We also have our SilverSneakers Go app, which again, fortunately, we had all in place prior to our facilities closing down. SilverSneakers Go, all you would do is go to either your iTunes store or your Android store, whatever app store that you may use on your smartphone or tablet. Put in SilverSneakers Go, and the overall app is open to anyone who wants to give it a try. There's a lot of really great resources on there, especially for those who have SilverSneakers as a benefit. There's also workouts that you can watch from your smartphone or your tablet. And these workouts that are available on our Go app, you can actually choose your level of fitness that you would like to work out at. So if you're a beginner, if you're like a moderate or an advanced, you can change those workouts right there on the app to fit your needs. You can also on the app, which is really great, especially during this time, they say routine is so important, especially during this time. You can schedule your workout. So if you want to work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m., you can schedule that right on the app. It will send you a reminder, so you have no excuse to miss out on that workout. And you can also just record your notes, if you will, about the class that you just took. So maybe you took the beginner class level of that class the last time, and you thought, that was a little too easy. So you can put that note in so that you have those notes for later. So it's a really great resource as well, in addition to SilverSneakers.com. something that, again, you can get on our website or on our app. We have a newer Yoga at Home video that I do believe will be posted to the UPMC for Life In Touch website under episode 10. It's a really great sample of a workout. It's about 5 minutes long. Again, like I said earlier, it has that chair provided, so you can sit and stand during that class. One of our master instructors, Jenny, who, if you've been watching our Facebook Live classes, she's really been the one doing all of those classes. She's also doing this Yoga at Home chair yoga, so that you have that available to you. So that link should be provided to you on the UPMC for Life website following today's presentation.
That is correct, Jen. We will be posting that under episode 10, and it's a quick 4-minute-ish yoga workout. I did it over the weekend just so I could have an idea of what we were going to be promoting, and I think it's a great start to stop and take a minute for yourself and check it out. So please look for that link on our website.
Perfect. And once you go to that link, it will take you directly to some other workouts. And again, highly encourage you to go to SilverSneakers.com to sign up for that website, that online membership. We also, and I forgot to add this, just started on SilverSneakers.com. So we have those workouts that we've had for a year and a half plus, that on-demand library, but we are now doing on SilverSneakers.com for our members live classes. So it's a little more interactive. It's actually, like I said, live, so you can ask questions, hoping that it brings some of that social connectedness that you feel at our locations onto the website. So there's wide variety, again, of classes that are available, from fall prevention, fall and balance exercises, as well as yoga. There's educational workshops. So highly encourage you to go to SilverSneakers.com to check out that schedule as well. So that's a lot about Silver Sneakers, both the traditional benefit that most people know about that takes place in our locations, as well as a lot of the digital resources that you have available today while we're waiting on those locations to open up and people to feel safe to go back. But something else that we have introduced in the last couple of years, last maybe year or two, is something that we now call tuition rewards. You may have known it previously as College Save. So it's an extra added benefit to participating in Silver Sneakers. So again, traditionally, when you were going to our facilities, when you sign up and go to a gym, you are a Silver Sneakers member. At that point, you can sign up for tuition rewards, which is a benefit of Silver Sneakers, which allows you to help your family members, say your grandchild, with college tuition. So there's about 400 different private colleges and universities throughout the country who participate in this network for tuition rewards. And by participating in Silver Sneakers, you earn tuition reward points to apply towards tuition discounts at these locations. So just for signing up, you earn 1,000 points. Signing up for tuition rewards, you earn 1,000 points. After that, if you attend a Silver Sneakers location at least 7 times a month, you can earn up to 250 additional reward points each month. Currently, as you're probably saying, well, we can't go to the gym, so this doesn't help us right now. We have kind of changed or added to how you can participate in tuition rewards. So as I just mentioned, we have those Silver Sneakers live classes. So we're speaking about the live classes only, not the on-demand video library, but the live classes on SilverSneakers.com. Again, you can still earn that 1,000 points for signing up. So if you haven't signed up for tuition rewards yet, you can do that today, and automatically 1,000 points goes into your account. And from now through the end of June, we are doubling the points for you. So when you actually participate in Silver Sneakers Live 7 times or more per month, you will earn double, so 500 tuition reward points each month. So if you're wondering how to sign up, you can go to silversneakers.tuitionrewards.com to sign up. I also have, and it's make sure that everyone has access to this. I also have a phone number in case you'd prefer to call in. So if you want to grab a pen, that number is 877-210-1307. And that is the line for tuition rewards via SilverSneakers. So again, highly suggest signing up for that. We know how expensive college is these days, and to be able to help your grandchildren or whomever in your family be able to make college a little more affordable, we're happy that we can help.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you sharing that information. You really covered a lot. There's so many exciting opportunities. You know, we obviously prefer to be in the gym and with other people. And at this point in time when we can't, it was just, you all were already pioneers in this to begin with, to have all these options already down, you know, on the table and ready to go. So I think putting it all out there now when folks can't go to a gym, to know that they have opportunities to stay connected with SilverSneakers and participate in some of the activities. And National Senior Health and Fitness Day has been a significant event for us at UPMC for Life for the last 13 years. Not only is our team of professionals that are committed to promoting physical activity and keeping our members moving and active, but also as a way to educate our members on the importance of preventive health and also connecting them with a wealth of resources both in the community and what you will find right with us at UPMC Health Plan. And so I invited Shannon to come on today and just talk a little bit about Resources for Life. So I thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us today, Shannon.
Thanks so much, Kendra. I appreciate it. So yes, I wanted to talk a bit today about UPMC Resources for Life, which is available to all UPMC for Life members. And through this program, you have access to supportive, short-term counseling, and this is with a trained and licensed mental health professional. We also offer personalized searches for your everyday needs. It can include things like elder care, medication cost assistance, transportation resources, and much more. There is also support for caregivers through telephonic counseling, and this can assist caregivers with things such as communicating effectively, making tough decisions, setting goals, and also working to assist with solving problems. You also have access to financial and legal consultations. And in addition, Resources for Life has a website that can be accessed at resourcesforlife.personaladvantage.com, and the password to gain access is resources. And this website offers many resources and webinars on topics such as grief and loss, caregiving, emotional well-being, the resilience journey, and more. So we encourage you to take advantage of all of the services that Resources for Life has to offer you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you joining us for that. It's a wonderful program available to our members. And as we move into the end of our presentation together today, I wanted to remind everyone about the website we have available for COVID-19. It's upmchealthplan.com/COVID-19. And to find out more about our Staying in Touch series, you can find that information at upmchealthplan.com/intouch. And we mentioned you'll be able to find links and recordings to all of our previous presentations, as well as what we talked about today and some more information. We have information about our programs and benefits there as well. And the yoga video that Jen had mentioned today will be, the link to that video will be under the episode 10 information once it's loaded, usually in a couple days it takes. So we appreciate your time today. We see a lot of great questions coming in. I want to poll our audience one more time. The first poll was about a 50-50 response that you are aware of programs and services that SilverSneakers offers. But now I want to know, after this presentation today, I feel like I have more resources for how to stay active at home. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. After today's presentation, I feel like I have more resources for how to stay active at home. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. I saw a few comments coming through that the online, they weren't seeing the poll, so I do apologize if we were having any type of glitch there. I just wanted to recognize that sometimes that does happen. I also want to take an opportunity to promote next week's episode, and that will be episode 11 at noon on Tuesday, and it's creating a new normal that works for you. In the past few weeks, many of us have experienced big changes in our normal routines. So now more than ever, it's important to create new routines to help adjusting during this time. Cindy Grindell, a Life Solutions Program Manager at UPMC Health Plan, will talk about how keeping a consistent routine can help you find your new normal. She'll also explain how routines can help you be healthy, stay socially connected, and manage stress. So there are a few things I want to comment about on here. I really want to, we talk about routines, we talk about staying active, but Jen mentioned something in her talk that exercise and physical activity can help reduce feelings of depression. And I think even just being out in the sunshine for 10 to 15 minutes and going for a walk around your house or your block or however you do it can really help promote good feelings. And I always like to stress that among our members or during our activities. It's very important. Jen, we had a couple of questions to repeat the phone number for tuition awards and also the website.
Sure.
If you want to repeat the website, they can find information. Great.
Sure. So everyone grab your pen and paper. For SilverSneakers tuition rewards, you can either go to silversneakers.tuitionrewards.com, or you can call their customer service line at 877-210-1307.
Thank you, Jen. And,
Sure.
it is frustrating if you're, wanting to get back to the gym, but we just encourage you to stay with it and try to find some activities that work. We had a few people looking for new gym locations. Someone commented they're in North Central PA. We are going to check into this and we'll get back to you, but I just would think, at this point, our SilverSneakers network is vast and it continues to grow and develop. Unfortunately, right now we're in a sort of a time warp where that can't happen, but we do encourage you to stay connected with us. If you're having trouble finding a gym, you can call your concierge, or you can go to one of the SilverSneakers websites or even the app to be able to look up and find a facility that's near you that will take the SilverSneakers program.
And Kendra,
I also want to promote. Go ahead, please.
I'm
please
sorry.
No.
For that specific member, when we find out a little bit more exactly where he or she lives, and this goes for any members, if you have suggestions about locations that are near you or you would like to go to that aren't in our network, please let us know that as well. We're always happy to reach out and see if there's other locations that we can add. So in addition to hoping we can find you something a little closer, if you have suggestions, that would be wonderful as well.
Great, thank you. We had some questions also about wanting copies of these presentations. Somebody will follow up with you. If we don't get direct today, we can send you a copy of these presentations. And, certainly can ask your concierge as well. Also, anything that has to do with your condition, if you have a medical condition and you're not sure if it's safe to work out or go to the gym, we certainly encourage you to talk to your doctor. reach out to your doctor. We are going to have somebody reach back out to you today as well, just to let you know, some things that you can do to just stay active where, your limitations might be, but always it's important to talk with your doctor. And here's a question I'm not really sure about, Jen. Somebody had asked if there's DVDs available for any of these programs. I really don't know how to answer that either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've definitely started to more so rely on digital resources online. But what I would suggest is calling our customer service line. So I'll give everyone a moment to grab a pen so that you can write this down as well. So this is the SilverSneakers website.
Okay. Great.
Or not website, I'm sorry, customer service. And they can direct you about more information about something else that we have available, our at-home kits, which might be a little bit more what you're talking about and looking for. So the SilverSneakers customer service line is 888-423-4632. And they're open normal business hours, so feel free to give them a call, ask them about anything, not just these at-home kits, but any other questions that you might have, especially once gyms start opening up. If you need help finding those locations nearby and want someone to help you out with that, our customer service team is more than happy to do so.
Great. Thank you again. And thank you for your time. I see, we're getting right around 40 minutes, so I wanted to be, mindful of everyone's time. But I'm a happy girl today. After our second poll, it looks like 95% feel that you have more resources for how to stay active at home. So we do encourage you, there's a telephone number you can call, a website, the SilverSneakers Go app, which is very easy to use. I've actually used it myself. I helped my parents download it, which was, pretty simple. They're not very technology savvy, so they were able to download it and use it. And so we do encourage you to do that. There's exercises for all ranges. If you are in a chair and you just need some stretching, sometimes that's just what I need after a break, from sitting at the computer all day. Just stop and take a few minutes to stretch, do some yoga. Sometimes we picture yoga as, people in their yoga pants in a gym doing all these crazy moves, but sometimes it's not. It's breathing, it's stretching, it's a lot more than some of the funny crazy poses that you see people doing when they talk about yoga. So that's important to note as well. And I thank you, ladies, for your time today. If we could just leave the line open for those that are in screening, and we will talk with you all next week. We appreciate you joining us. Have a great day and go out and be active, particularly today and tomorrow when the weather is just fantastic. And stay fit, stay active, stay healthy. Thanks, everyone.